Well, here we go again. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in Punta del Este and 9 in France, in most of Europe, and 8 o'clock in the UK. So we didn't manage the earlier time slot. And as I said previously, if we don't make the 5 o'clock in France time or 4 o'clock in UK time, we'll be here at 9. I actually had to do an airport run down to Montevideo, back again. It takes about 4.5 hours or something. So, and I didn't get back as soon as I thought I may have, so we missed that. But anyway, here we are, and lots of what's happening. I went to dinner at the yacht club last night, and the last time I was there was over a year ago, and I forgot how good it was. Jeepers, they've got serious chefs there, and that's all I can really say. It was stunning, to say the least. They have so many different spots. They've got a club over the road, where our office is, and you get sort of hamburgers and snacks and bits and pieces there. And then they've got a sailor's bar downstairs and other bits down there. But upstairs is the main dining room. And being from the Western nations, we turned up at about 8 o'clock and there's no one there, which is normal because the locals go out to dinner at 10 o'clock. So as we're finishing at 10 o'clock, they're all coming in to book tables and stuff. But I kid you not, the food was just off the planet. So, and pretty reasonable price as well. So that was cool. And Jane tells me I haven't seen the tweets yet, but there's nothing outstanding on the tweets. But there was some fun stuff going on. Everyone's been working on a press release, which is just going out literally in the next half hour or so. So keep an eye out on that. We try to do it in the morning, to get it out in the mornings European time, but it sort of sometimes doesn't work out like that. So it's going to be another late one in there, but hopefully people might see it tomorrow morning, which is all cool. And that's the really funny part about what's going on with the race right now. There's not a lot of startling news, which is a good thing. Everything's going so well, touch wood. There's a bit of a storm coming for Sterner and Explorer in a couple of days. We're just watching that, and I'll make a decision tonight whether I give them a weather warning. It could be 50 knots, 7-8 meter seas and stuff in a few days. But I'm hoping it actually might change a little bit between now and then. It's a bit hard to say. So let's get straight into the tracker. As we said, the leaders were slowed up. They didn't slow up for long, but there's another big hole coming. So hopefully that will give the back enders another chance to catch them up. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, you've got that lot. I've got this lot. Jeepers, I didn't tidy up my mess here. I was actually playing around with some of this previously, so that's not the real-time weather there. Here we go here, and you can see what's happening. We should have just rolled over to the new time slot we have. So Maiden is catching up. So is Helsinki, catching up to the leaders. Penjuik and Translated, they parked for a little bit, so that's given them a break. Middle Fleet's doing okay. They're sort of doing okay. And the tail enders, well, a little bit more of the same. Sterner's moving better than Explorer at the moment. It has been for the last 4 to 8 hours, 7.7 knots. They've got a bit more breeze up there than down low, 114 mile day. And Explorer is now 6.3. It's got a little bit more speed on and a 96 mile day. So they haven't lost out much in the 24-hour time frame, but there's still a little bit less wind down the bottom here than you can see with Explorer up the top there. So that's kind of interesting. I'll just pick that up. They certainly lag behind the rest of the fleet now. The rest of the fleet have been moving very good average speeds, so they're 600 miles behind at the moment or something than this mid-pack here. So that's bad luck, but there may be a chance to catch a little bit up in the days ahead. We'll see how that goes. I'm not using my mouse. You're hearing the clunk again. Back to my mouse. So Evrika, 8.3 knots, quite good. 148 mile day. And Outlaw, 8.7 knots with a 183 mile day as well. The Esprit de Keep, 9 knots with a 200 mile day. So they're trying to get out of there. They don't like being at the back of the fleet, that's for sure. But that's how sailing works sometimes. White Shadow, 8.4, 196 mile day. They're all sailing with a solid southwesterly, quite good conditions. They have 4 meter seas. Going 30, gusting, 20, 25, gusting 30, perfect conditions, really be enjoying it. The boat should be pretty dry in those conditions, not much slapping up forward. Galliana with Secure, 7.4 knots at 190 mile a day. They're doing pretty well. Right next to Triana, so that makes the IRC interesting. Triana doing 7 knots with 180 mile a day. So that means Galliana actually took 10 miles out on them. That's pretty cool. They'd be liking that if they knew the actual statistic, but I don't think they do. They just know they're sailing hard. Neptune, 7 knots, 174 mile a day, so lagging a little bit behind the others. Helsinki is making a bit of a comeback here because you may remember, a week ago they were way up in no man's land, just nothing happening. But now it's all starting to fall into place by the look of it. So doing 8.2 knots and 182 mile a day. And Maiden, always consistent, 7.8 knots, 156 mile a day. So again, Helsinki's actually tracked up more in the 24 hours than Maiden did. So they've gained a little bit there. And both, in fact, everyone back here, Maiden, Helsinki, have really chewed some distance out of Translated and Penjuic. That'll help their IRC a bit. So Translated 9, 6.7 knots and only 129 mile a day. And Penjuic only did 125 mile a day and doing 7.9 at the moment. So pretty much what we were talking about before did come to fruition. They've stalled, the mid-fleet's catching up a little bit, and Explorer and Stern are being left behind because they just don't have this wind gradient here. So what's going to happen in the next couple of days with this weather? Let's just have a look, and I think we'll see a repeat of what's actually just gone by. So now if we just push this through, everyone's about 3 hours or something, you can see plenty of breeze for the middle fleet, but again, not a lot sticking out in front for Penjuic and Translated. And very quickly, this is actually the 30th, or in fact, in the next 24 hours, I'll bring it up to 2000. You can see, okay, 2000, that's not quite right. What have we got here? Hang on a sec. I got to just refresh my memory. 2000. Okay, so that's about it there. So that's 24 hours from now. And you can see what will have happened distance-wise. These guys here, they've gone, they'll catch up, and all 4 of them will drive out into nothing. So they'll be bogged down in this area here in the next 24 hours. And then Neptune and all the others will keep sailing along this gradient here. So I think they'll close the gap again. So it's going to bunch the fleet up quite nicely if you're not the leader. That's just to blow that up a bit. I think that's the way it's going to play out. They're actually driving into nothing, and yet there's a nice breeze in the middle. So they're all going to catch up, and the race, they could all end up lining up. The race will start again when the breeze fills in. So that's the go there. Let's just see how this looks over the 24 hours after that. It's still pretty light up there, but no, then the breeze comes in, and this is where Explorer's going to come into effect. So it's going to go, it'll affect them for the first 24 hours, and by the day and a half, they'll start to get this northerly back and keep moving. So that makes me think that, yes, mate, just to clarify, Maiden and Helsinki are absolutely going to close the gap with the 2 front runners, and I think you'll see the mid guys here also follow through and gain probably another 80 miles. They'll get 80 miles closer to Penjuic and so on. So that's what's going to go there. Then what's happening here is this big chunk of solid breezes, which has been looking like about 35, gusting 45, is going to come through. It's going to gust 45, 50. But on this impression, I've been watching Windy. That's already starting to show me a bit of softening here. It's not as strong here even as what it may be doing. So I'll make a decision tonight. I'll follow it through with Windy, but it puts these guys in 2 days will be, Explorer will be about here and Sterner will be about there. So they're going to impact with this and just how severe it might be. For the rest of the fleet coming out this distance, this is 2 days ahead. It's just confusing breezes because you've now got a cell forming here as like a low pressure system right around what's going on. But by the time 2 days are up, they'll be out here somewhere. So it'll be a nice northerly for the leaders, and the tail enders are going to get either this southwesterly, or they might get a northeasterly. that's going to make it a little bit challenging, but they don't want to go too far down because they've got to get up around this waypoint. And if they keep going here, you can see what happens. It's going to be on the nose to actually try and get over the waypoint. So that's a little hard to predict, but a little bit of fun anyway. So that heavy weather at the back here then moves away very quickly, and it's another big hole. No, it's not so bad. They're not down here. I forget. They've got to go up here. So that's a northerly. Anyway, that'll keep them going. That'll keep them going. So they've got a northerly, then they've got a southwester. So it's all more light and unpredictable stuff. We're saying in the press release just about to go out that there's no storms coming through in the foreseeable future. We didn't see anything at all that's happening right through to the 5th. And by then they'll be well on their way. So you can see here, this is through to the 4th and 5th of February. That's 6 days ahead. 6 days ahead, they're going to be down through here somewhere. And it's like as if the front door's open, and there's just nothing. There's no big surprises there at all. There's the 6th. It's a bit of a push, but that moves away really quickly. So everyone's set up. There's the 6th. Everyone's set up pretty well for it. There might be something there. Anyway, hang on to your hat. It's a bit too hard to predict. A long way forward. They're actually only now, where are we? We're now 1,400, let's say, from Cape Horn. So that's, it's getting down to like 8 days away, something like that for the first one to get around. So pretty cool. Let's have a look at the leaderboard and see what's happening. We don't want the teams. We know who the teams are. We want that one there, and we want to slide this down here so we can see it all. Line honours, Penduick have got it by about 2 hours, and then Maiden are about 7 hours behind or something. Is that right? 7, 8, 9 hours or something like that. Not far behind. Spirit of Helsinki just behind them, and so on. But what's happening with IRC? Here we go. Triana is in the lead of IRC on 35 days and 1 minute. And then Translated 9 is 35 days and 1 hour and 47 minutes. So less than 2 hours behind Triana. But Triana's now holding her own in IRC. That's something that they're really fighting for and fighting hard, and it's starting to pay dividends now. Assisted by the weather for the lead pack, but nonetheless, they're working hard. Translated just holding their averages there. I think we're having to discuss with someone today about where's it stand overall, and how's it going to stack up with the Translated got 3 days penalty and so on. I think Triana's looking strong. Galliana's trying to make a play again, coming back. You can see, Penduick's not anywhere in that list there, so she's going to be bleeding a bit on this one. Anyway, Galliana with Secure at the moment is about 21 hours behind Translated, and then White Shadow is about a day, 5, 6, 7 day and a few hours behind that. Maiden is slipping back to 37 days and 2 hours. That's a challenge for them. At the moment, they won't be liking that, but they're never really set up as a handicap boat. It's really just line honours or go to the wall. Depends, but they've been sailing really well. So there's not a lot in it. There's still not a lot in it. And there's a long way to go, and it's never over till the fat lady sings. So Penduick back down on 7th again in 38 days. So 38 compared to 35 on Translated, still 3 days. So that will mean that their 3-day penalty is holding them, level pegging. Which that's their whole objective for this leg in a strange sort of way, is to sort of recover some of the ground. So all looking very cool. I think that's about all I can say there for now, unless I start waffling on, and I don't want to do that. So I'll come back here, say good day to people, and see if there's any simple questions that we've got. If I can see the guide here down the side. Where is it? No, I can't even see it there. There it is, back at the beginning. Hi, Kaylee. Morning from Adelaide. Rob. Rob's actually on the boat. There's his wife and family. On Explorer. Okay. Gary from Cape Town. Clara, hello. Nice summer day here in Punta. Yeah, it's fantastic. Every day is a beautiful day. Anyone looking for a job? Oh, jeepers. Okay, everyone apply. That'll be fun. Oh, yeah, I've got 35 and jeepers. That's more than I'm earning. 35 an hour. Okay. Rightio. At least we know we've got someone watching. G'day, go Maiden. Yeah, Maiden's always doing okay and really very impressive. I didn't give you the distance break, but they're only about like 80 miles behind Penjuic or something. It looks, I should have pointed that out or reinforced it on the tracker. I mean, they're basically side by side, and so there is a real sort of my gut feeling is there's a real chance in the next 24 hours or so that it's like they're all lined up and getting ready to start the race again. Kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, you should be upset and apologise, Nigel. You shouldn't be late. You need to be here on time, even though I'm only 5 hours late. But that's cool. Wow, yeah, cruising along. Evening, Paul. Suspense. Yep, plenty of suspense. Hi from Trinity, France. Yeah, nice spot. Okay. Thanks, Tara. Yep, all good. Okay. So that's about it. And keep your eye out for the press release or latest updates and everything coming out in maybe half an hour or something. We'll get it up on Facebook. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.